What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Excuse the dishevelled appearance. What I wanted to show you today, obviously I'm in my new house now and have been for about 6 months. You may or may not notice, but I'm actually in my garage, or something that I have lovingly now referred to as the pain dungeon. And what this is all about is this is where I do my turbo train riding for the time being, and it's just as a way of setting it all up so I can do it in a particular way. And I just wanted to kind of show you my setup and how I kind of have it all work and everything. So let's get straight into it. So excuse the mess that's down here at the moment, but what you can see here, obviously it's my giant TCR that I've got at the moment, but the turbo trainer that I actually have is called a Tax Vortex trainer. And the thing that's really cool about this Vortex trainer is that it's a resistance style sort of turbo trainer. So when you're going up a hill or down a hill or whatever, the resistance changes to make it a lot easier for you, or to just to give you a more realistic feel for when you're actually cycling. Really, really good bit of kit, and got a nice turbo tyre on here as well. Really important thing to have on, because if you use a normal tyre while you're doing it, what you generally find will happen, if it'll focus, is that the your normal tyre, it'll end up with a really big sheen part on here, and if you go out on it, I can guarantee that you will end up well, you'll end up with a puncture pretty damn fast, actually, in fairness. So the nice thing about this turbo trainer is that it gives you your cadence, and it gives you your speed, and it also gives you your wattage power as well, which is really cool. So the next little cool element that I have is this little thing here, which is the antenna. I was using the app on my iPhone, but I just tend to find that it's just not very reliable, and it drops out really quickly, and it's not as accurate as what it needs to be, and it's really buggy. So that is connected into my laptop, and this little thing has not failed me yet. I think it cost me about £50 or something like that, but it's totally worth it, absolutely worth it 100%, just to make sure that you get everything, or everything works exactly how it should do, and you don't have to worry about it while you're riding. And one other little thing to point out, that the turbo trainer that I've actually got, I think it cost me about £399 or something to that effect. Again, totally worth it, particularly for when you're raining or just doing specific training things, because I've got mine connected up to Zwift. So the antenna itself is connected into this laptop here, and this laptop is then connected, following it up, into this TV that I've got here. So I can now do the training and everything I want to do here, but what it means is, rather than having to stare down at my laptop, I can just sit on my bike here, stare at the screen, and I can see everything that I need to see, and I can do everything that I need to do straight away. I think I'm going to do John's short mix today, just because it just makes it a little bit easier for me to do. Well, it's not a little bit easy, it's just when you've got half an hour to burn, it's a really good workout to do, just because of the way that it makes it work. Final little thing, really important, couple of things. Excuse the mess of the garage, but water, incredibly important when you're on a trainer. I like my gels. Just got to be careful, because these can be kind of heavy on your stomach a little bit, but these are worthwhile as well, just to have a couple of them. You want to take one maybe sort of every 20 minutes or so. It just gives you a little bit of an extra push. I don't know if it's a placebo effect type thing, but it works really well on that basis for me, in terms of what I think. And then I've got headphones there, because I like to listen to my music, so there's my phone connected to the headphones, and all works really well. And the final thing, really key thing, little towel. And the towel goes over onto your bike there. Obviously you pull it out a little bit, because if your sweat drops down onto the bike, it can corrode the bike really well, but you are going to sweat quite a lot. Yes, I know I haven't got a fan, but I like to feel like I'm sweating quite a lot. But that's basically the setup as it stands. So you've got the bike and the turbo trainer, and then, as you can see, I can look out onto the screen and see what I'm doing there, and that's it. So now I'm going to get onto the bike. I'm going to do John's short mix, which is about a 30-minute ride or so. So I'll see you in a bit. that's this ride done. That's the 30-minute mix done. So let's have a quick look at the statistics. So on the screen you can see there just the way that it all breaks down. Just in terms of this ride, 567 watts, 5 seconds, did that 3 times. A minute at 270, 5 minutes at 200, and then 20 minutes at 167. My best, you can see below, minute at 386, 5 minutes at 220, and 20 minutes at 189. So overall, not a bad little session. It's just very tiring and it's very difficult. Just to explain for you. When you're doing that session, when you know you've got more in your legs, and it's like the last little 10-minute section, it says for me to do it at 160 for like 10 minutes, and I can feel like I've got more to give in my legs. But I know it's not going to help me out by doing that. I need to get used to sticking at a certain pace to be able to pace myself a little bit more, and now I am sweating like an absolute relative. But that was a lot of fun. Nice little 30-minute blast. It does tire you out, as you can hear from me. So what I can do now is that I can upload this ride onto Zwift, not onto Zwift, no that's wrong, onto Strava. I can upload it onto Strava, so just my stats and everything are consistent, but there you go, that's the ride. Really quick, just as another point, in fact, this demonstrates it really well in terms of the way that John's short mix actually works. So you start off on a warm-up section, and then you do 1 minute at 270, back down to 135, back up to 270, back down to 135, and then what you're doing in these sections here is your little 10-second sprint intervals. So they're supposed to be 540. I think I did 560, 550, 570, and then you slow back down to about 120. And then you do 10 minutes at 160 all the way along here, and then cool down. In terms of statistical wise, that actually looks really good because mostly green where I needed to be, the efforts were there where I needed to make the efforts. So that just explains John's short mix just in terms of the interval. It's good for FTP building. It's good for training yourself to sustain a certain cadence or a certain power output or a certain speed output as well. So there you go, there's the science behind it. Thought I'd share. Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this one, guys. Something a little bit different, show you a little bit more in terms of me, how I do biking wise and stuff like that. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. This has been me on Zwift, sweating my tits off because I've not got a fan, and yes, I think I'm ready to go and cool down, drink some water and go and have a shower. Pain dungeon in full effect. Look at the sweat on the floor, it's disgusting. Right, I'm out of it, peeps. Take it easy. Feel this way forever. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.